Well, a newly planted food forest looks set to bear fruit for residents living in Onerahi. A group of volunteers have been busy planting and landscaping a piece of vacant land into a food forest for the sole benefits of local residents and in particular those struggling to meet their food bills. The land has been gifted to the community, although it remains owned by the District Council. It's on the corner of Church Street and Wimp Avenue.
Tell us a wee bit about this fruit forest. How did it all get started?
The fruit forest all began about 3 years ago when the local community here came together and done a horticultural thing in behind the St Stephen's Church, and from there was their vision to come along and create a food forest for the community and just to feed community members and low socio communities.
Sounds really cool. So who's been involved, and tell us a wee bit about the volunteers.
The volunteers, we have Wendy over here just walking across the road there, Susan, Ian, the bros down the back down there and the sis. So all the volunteers have just come in, and it's just a passion and a drive to actually get out there and be part of something positive and creating food for our communities and the environment. So,
Sounds cool. So they're all locals that have been pitching in, volunteering here, and how often have you guys been getting together to make this happen? When did it all start, and when are you due to wrap it all up and have it finished?
Most of them are locals here, so about 98%. We do have others come from Auckland, like Greenpeace. We have others from Kingsington that come over, Tikipunga. So we have other community people that come out and do their giftings into here, so koha and that, and because they want to be part of a positive project and amongst the communities, and as part of that positive feel, well, they want to be re-inspired and things like that. And as for the continuation of this part here, so we've asked council have given us permission to obviously do this part here, and we're also taking ownership of this side over here, the native side of the creek, where we get to look after the native bush for the fish, birds and insects, and also across the road where you see all the other natives down to the beach. So it's connecting the exotic foods, the native foods, the river foods or the stream foods, and the ocean foods. So when we try and incorporate all of that food source and bounty where we can put back on our table, then that's what we're here to do, and it's just a little pilot, and yeah.
So is it the first time that something like this has been done in Onerahi?
The first positive one that I know of, yeah. So yeah, I think so. They did try one further over in the Avs or around Ross Street, and they planted some fruit trees there, but then sort of fell off the wagon and things disappeared and nothing left.
It looks like you've planted a really awesome variety of fruit trees. What have you got on offer here? What have you planted so far?
Oh geez, we got pecans, walnuts, macadamias, feijoas, oranges, limes, plums, nectarines, peaches, raspberries, blackberries, lettuce, celery, strawberries, so on and so on. Yeah, it's just full up. Just filling up actually.
Sounds so delicious. So basically, how is it going to work? Once it starts fruiting, can anyone just come on down if they're in need and help themselves? How will it work?
That part there, because it's ratepayers, so this is a council patch, so it's because of the ratepayers that pay the rates and look after the maintenance and things like that, so it's powered back to the communities to actually say, well, this is where some of your rate monies is going. And so you can come down and have a pick, and if you don't know how to pick, then we'll show you how to pick the fruits and that, and yeah, so it's available to whoever wants to come down and get a feed if they're short on income and things like that. So just a bit of a food basket for people to come down and relieve their pockets, and also as part of the elders here to do preserves and cooking stuff and jams and stuff like that. And so yes, it's the building up of that. So just a little pilot for here, and just a nursery to actually spread our wings into the further reaches of Onerahi.
Cool. Any idea in total how many plants you've planted, or roughly?
Plants
and trees?
Plants and trees.
Altogether.
Okay,
how many?
trees I would estimate probably 160 trees of fruit and nut, and for veggies probably the same, so probably around the 300 mark.
And have you received donations, or how has this been funded?
This has been funded and donated by the local community and beyond. People have just come in with $300 donations, 200 donations, tree donations from the Gardening Club of Onerahi. The neighbouring residents around here have come across, our next door neighbours straight across the road, they've come over with their children and donated. So yeah, it's just a massive donation of everybody just coming in and just putting things in and say, here you go, have you got somewhere for this? And so we just rock around and throw them in. So we try and keep ahead of everybody, but because of the donations, well, we just keep going. So we're actually running, we're trying to beat the season before it dries out and get as much as we can in now and before it dries up, and then it's the big watering mission.
Now, members of that group are on the lookout for any unwanted barbecue tables or park benches you might have lying around in the yard in good condition that they can put around the food forest for people to use while they're there.
Channel North News is proudly brought to you by the Northern Advocate, supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.